So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Barabbas, 1961. It's going to be another biblical epic film. It's got a lot of great actors. Anthony Quinn is one of my favorites of all time. Jack Palance is another one who's in this. The third guy is Ernest Borgnine. Three of my favorite actors, actually. Covers the period from Tiberius to Nero. Claudius was from Augustus or Octavian, whatever the fuck that fake god's name was. From him all the way to, I think it was right before Nero, all the way to Caligula. So almost the same timeline as Claudius. Great BBC production with Nicholas Jacobi, is that his name? John Hurt? Those guys. There's that guy with the huge voice. I forget his name. Brian Beer Bear or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's been a long time since I've seen Claudius. It's been at least 10 years. Probably longer than that. But I love this flick. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I rank it right up there with the Gospel According to St. Matthew or Moses the Lawgiver. I think I'm going to watch this one and those other two that I just mentioned. My son and my mom during Thanksgiving weekend up in Paradise. Anyways. Starts out with the crucifixion of Jesus. Pontius Pilate tricks the crowd into killing Jesus of Nazareth instead of Barabbas, who was just a common thief. Why God chose Barabbas over Jesus is a big mystery in this movie. Because Barabbas is too clever for his own good and too dumb for the people around him. So he has this reputation of being invincible. He watches Jesus die, and then there's a solar eclipse, which is real, by the way. It's not fake in this movie. They really did film a solar eclipse. So, cool. The solar eclipse occurs when Jesus dies, and Barabbas doesn't believe that it's anything magical or mythical. Then, of course, the stone rolls away. Nobody knows where Jesus is. Barabbas just says, "Oh, the Christians took his body." They carted it off. So Barabbas is pretty much an atheist at this point. I don't even think he believes in Roman gods because he attacks. Well, first he watches his dream girl get stoned to death because she's kind of a born again Christian, I guess you could say, his ex-girlfriend. So he gets back together with his thief buddies because he has nobody else to go to, and he's pretty drunk and messed up by this point. Um, so they attack some kind of a state transport of gold or something. I don't know. And then Barabbas starts throwing stones at the Jewish priest, or one of the. I'm not sure if it's a Jewish priest or one of the Roman priests, but starts throwing stones at that guy to get back, like revenge. So Barabbas is caught. Yeah, but Pontius Pilate can't punish him because they have some kind of weird law in Rome, only in Rome, where they, once somebody's been pardoned, they can't be put to death for second crime. So I guess it's the opposite of 3 strikes, you're out kind of thing. Anyways, interesting concept there. So, so instead, Barabbas is sent to the sulfur mines in Sicily, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. He suffers there for 20 years, but he manages to protect his eyes from getting burned from the sulfur by watching the old man who's blind. He puts the bandana around his eyes to protect him. And then all of a sudden, the entire sulfur mine just collapses. And he and his Christian buddy, they're chained together. They are the only 2 survivors. So they get sent to the fields as further punishment, tilling the fields or whatever. And then some hot shot from is like riding around in his carriage with his wife, and the wife wants to touch these 2 guys because they're lucky charms or something. They're able to survive anything. Meanwhile, the Christian guy scratches a cross on his necklace thing. He's supposed to wear a necklace with the emperor on there. I guess by now it's Caligula or Nero, one of the 2. So he takes the back of the pendant and he scratches a cross on it. He even does it for Barabbas. Meanwhile, news travels fast, I guess, because the couple in the carriage gets news that the guy is going to be a Roman senator. So they bring the 2, Barabbas and the Christian guy, back to Rome as good luck charms, I guess. They end up becoming Roman gladiators. And that's when Ernest Borgnine and Jack Palance come in the picture, about three quarters of the way in. Jack Palance plays the champion gladiator. He thinks he's free, but he has to keep going into these gruesome battles. There's a lot of on-screen violence, by the way. For instance, lions, tigers eating up the dead gladiators. The gladiators falling into fire pits. There's a lot of crazy stuff like that. Gladiators getting run over by horses. That kind of stuff. Some of it is off-screen, though, but a lot of the violence is on-screen. It's kind of reminds me of Spartacus in that regard. Anyways, so Barabbas kills Jack Palance. It turns out Ernest Borgnine is serving the food. I guess he's a food service guy to these gladiators. He's a Christian too. So he becomes friends with the Christian guy. Unfortunately, the Christian guy is trying to proselytize all the gladiators to give up their Roman gods in favor of Jesus. Of course, this gets him into trouble. He ends up getting the spear to the abdomen or wherever, off-screen spear from Jack Palance, no less. So they don't even bury him properly. They just kind of throw his body in a ditch. And after Barabbas kills Jack Palance in an act of revenge, he digs up the body again, brings it back to the Christians. Then all of a sudden Rome burns, and that's about it. Pretty much the entire movie. I don't want to spoil the ending, but cool ending too. I never realized this director guy, Richard Fleischer, was so prolific. I mean, God, how many movies did this guy make? Holy cow. Got Fantastic Voyage, right? You got this movie, Boston Strangler, of course. Compulsion. I haven't seen Compulsion, but we've got Barabbas, Fantastic Voyage, Dr. Dolittle, Amityville 3D, Jazz Singer, Soylent Green. Jesus, this guy has been in so many movies, has done so many movies, and I think 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I didn't even realize it until just now after I saw this movie. Anyway, great director. Although I hated Amityville 3D. It has to be the crappiest horror movie ever, or at least one of them. But, anyways, ironic that I've got a halo in front of the Roman architecture there. Reviewing this flick, but yeah, great flick. It's sort of like Spartacus. It's got a little epic Bible, 60s movies kind of stuff, which I haven't seen much, but definitely cool flick. Anthony Quinn is great in this one. Mostrada. He played that racist New York cop. That was another great movie. Is it Beyond 114th Street or something? Don't remember the name of that movie, but another great flick. Jack Palance was in Black Magic Woman. He was in that So Bad That It's Good horror flick with Martin Landau during the 80s. Some pretty cool horror stuff. But Ernest Borgnine, he was in he was in a 70s flick with Betty Davis. It was the funniest movie ever. Anyways, I love Ernest Borgnine. He plays a serious Christian guy, kind of lurking in the catacombs. Hiding with the remnants of the Jesus disciple, I guess. Anyway, Was it Peter or somebody? I can't remember. But you get the story about how Jesus brought somebody back from the dead. Of course, Barabbas doesn't believe any of it. But Barabbas starts to, I guess he's been hanging out with these Christian folks for so long. They've been persecuted so much, including his ex-girlfriend, and he kind of feels some kind of, I don't know, camaraderie with them, especially after his friend died. I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. But instead of sparing Jack Palance, like the Christian guy spared his gladiator combatant from death, of course Barabbas just stabs him while the Romans are cheering. Even the Roman emperor gives him a symbol. So lots of stuff going on in this flick. Lots of plot twists and things going on. I like how they keep referring to Christians as enemies of the state. I hope my son understands what they're talking about when we watch it later this year, but he'll probably just get scared and say, I want to watch a cartoon movie. Anyways, we'll see. Maybe he'll enjoy it. I doubt it, though. He's obsessed with Transformer rescue bots, which is what he's been watching every single timeshare that I have with him. Hours and hours of rescue bots. Anyways, what else can I say about this movie? Oh, the producer, of course, is Dino de Laurentiis. He's responsible for King Kong and other travesties that I can't remember. I've seen so many movies, I can't remember all of them. Across 114th Street? Is that the name of the Anthony Quinn movie? Let's see. Across 110th Street, excuse me. 1972. Another great flick. Black Cop is a good actor too. Anyways. Interesting story. You don't really go into Judeo-Christian stuff too much. The early Christians, the forebearers of modern Christianity, I guess. It's kind of cool that Ernest Borgnine is conducting a mass in Latin. I wish the Catholic Church would do that. It's become so corrupted with socialism, labor unions, Common Core. And they don't even talk about conservative values anymore. They just talk about global warming, which has absolutely nothing to do with the teachings of the Bible. But hey, if Marx could replace religion with some kind of false idol, I guess the Pope can do it too. Copycat. Well, anyways, the Pope John Paul was much better back in the 80s, but they come and go. Which reminds me, I guess the Pope changed his mind. I saw in the Onion, he said he changed his mind that socialism is good and capitalism is bad. Now he thinks capitalism is good and socialism is bad. Because I guess he went to the grocery and he saw all the Oreo cookies, all the different flavors of Oreo cookies on the shelves. He said, I got to get me at least one of each, package of one package of each flavor, I guess. That was pretty funny. Anyways, got an interview for an administrative assistant position. Figured it wouldn't be too tough to get a job like that in San Francisco. You know, $17 an hour or whatever. I was getting paid a little under 20, but you know, I'll take 17 just to get my foot in the door. Maybe get some pay raises during the next few years. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. Fortunately, I could put administrative assistant on my resume instead of underwriter or actuarial analyst or insurance underwriter. Nobody's hiring for those positions, but everybody's hiring for administrative assistant. So I guess I was lucky that I got hired in 2012, but whatever, I can carry that over into some other company, I'm sure. Got the experience now. Not that it makes any difference, but employers look for that on resumes, so whatever. I'm doing the Google Quality Ads Rater job at $15 an hour, 29.9 hours a week. It pays better than unemployment, but still only like $400 a week after taxes, you know. Not enough to survive here. Fortunately, I've got lots of my ex-wife's community property for emergencies or whatever. So enough about my personal life. I just thought this movie was excellent in all aspects. It's got the religious angle, it's got the violence, got the great ending and great acting, great cinematography. I love the Roman Colosseum, the way they did that. These are a lot cheaper sets than I Claudius, of course. You know, just sounds of people cheering and some cardboard section for the emperor and his friends. I guess it's where Caligula got stabbed, wasn't it? I think so. Anyways, cool flick. Definitely check it out. I'll see if I can find the trailer or something. Columbia Pictures, 1961 later.